Hello everyone, my name is Soledo and welcome back to another Clash of Streamers video. Today I want to share with you a secret strategy to earn quite some nice Krypton in the game or to just simply acquire pets that you're still missing for a cheap price. Let's head over to the auction house because that's where we'll make our money. So I click on the auction house and I'll quickly explain to you the user interface of the auction house because the first time you're using this might be quite confusing. So over here on the bottom right hand corner, you can toggle between the different items that can be sold on the auction house. In my case, I'm specifically interested in pets, so that's what I toggle to. Then over here on the top right corner, we have some filters that we can use to look for the specific pet that we want to buy. So you can see currently no filters are active, but if I click on this yellow button here, you can see now I only have shiny pets, now I have only colored pets, now I only have normal pets, and I see once again all of the pets. Next to this, over here, we can toggle pets that we don't own yet, pets that we own doubles of, and then once again all pets. Next to that, we have the rarity of the pet. We have rare, epic, legendary, and all pets. And to the left of here, we have the faction. So we have water, fire, green, purple, kappa, Kappa Pride or Rainbow, I would say. And so those are all of the factions. Now, do keep in mind whenever you're buying or selling pets, usually pets that are of the Kappa, the yellow, or the Kappa Pride, the Rainbow faction, are worth a little bit more than the other pets. So that's something nice to keep in mind. To the left of this, you have a search box where you can search for specific pets. Now, the first thing that I highly recommend to you is to get accustomed to the prices of the pets or the items that you're selling in the auction house. So how can you do this? Well, you click over here, you go to the auction house, and then you put in your filters. So for example, I'm looking for shiny epic pets. I set those filters, and as you can see over here appear all of the pets that adhere to my criteria. The cheapest pets will always be put up top, so you can see some of the prices. Now you can play with these toggles here because sometimes not all of the pets will be visible on the left hand window. So using these toggles can make them available. Now, as you can see some of the pets over here, and you can see usually a shiny epic pet is worth around 170 to 180 Krypton at least. Now, there's one anomaly here, and it's this shiny Fugumi. I have no idea why, but for some reason it is just way cheaper than all of the other shiny epic pets. So don't get fooled by this one, but if you see any other pet ever going below 170 Krypton, feel free to snatch it up. You'll have yourself a good deal. Now, of course, if you take a look, for example, at the shiny legendary pets, you can see currently they are selling for around 950 Krypton. When I first started playing the game, which is a couple months ago, I was happy if I could acquire a shiny legendary pet for, I believe, 1400 Krypton. So prices drop quite steeply, and that is actually kind of normal because, of course, it's always a game of supply and demand. And as more pets get generated in the game, well, that increases the supply while demand mostly stays flat. So the only thing that could turn this around is a new influx of players. So let's hope a team can pump some ads so some new players can join and the shiny legendary pets can once again gain in value. Now, once again, you see a price for a shiny legendary pet is at least 950. If you see one below, boom, you snatch it up, you have yourself a good deal. Now, what's another way how you can find out if something is a good deal? Well, you select the pet here on the right hand side. So for example, I have the shiny Ultra Frizz over here. You can see currently it's selling for 995 Krypton. Let's see if that's a good deal or not. So we click on the hamburger menu on the left, and over here we can click on graph. When we do this, we will see a graph of what this pet is selling for. As you can see, today, none of these shiny legendary ultra frizzes was even sold. So we click on a toggle. Okay, and one time it was sold for 1,000 this week. If we take a view at the month, you can see it has some ups and downs. But yeah, they sold for at least 1,200 a couple days ago. So that could be an interesting price point to keep in mind. But yeah, you can see these shiny legendary pets, they don't they don't tend to sell that often. But still, this graph can give you a great indication of what a pet might actually be worth. Okay, then on to my secret strategy as to how you can acquire these pets for cheap. It's through buy orders. You might have never heard about these, so I click on buy orders, and what you will see that these are buy orders, meaning these are not people selling this pet. These are people putting in orders to buy this pet. So if I want to sell my shiny Ultra Frizz here, I could do it right away for a 401 Krypton. Of course, that's a bad deal. I won't go for that. But still, I can imagine some people go for this and they actually sell it. If you need a fast Krypton, you might want to click on this. Now, our job will be to place buy orders in for these pets at higher prices. So you basically want to overcut the current buy order. You can see if I want to go for the shiny Ultra Fresh, well, I will have to put in a buy order of 402 to be above the next best guy. So I click on the shiny. I want to check out some other pets to see what their current buy orders are. So, for example, these Hydrofluxes, their buy orders are quite a bit higher. But what I would say, go into a price range where you feel comfortable. 700 Krypton is still quite a lot for me, so I would rather go and buy some shiny epic pets. So I go to all of them over here. For example, the shiny Nabro, this one here, for example, with the hue of 204, that one seems an interesting one. So if I want to play buy order for this one, it's the hue 204, like the purple one. You have to remember that. So I go to create auction here, and oh, my bad. I go to auction house over here. Actually, I will simply type in the name. So we're looking for a neighbor, so I'll type in the name over here, and I'm looking for this one here. So I click on it to select it, and then I go back to the create auction, and now I can create an auction or a buy order for this pet. And as you could see, the buy order was currently at 140. Well, I will put in one for 141, basically outranking this guy. So I click on list, cost me 10k gems, but that's not a huge deal. I click on create, and there is my order. So if we go back to the auction house, I believe it will still show 140 Krypton, but for other people, it will actually show my order. So now the next best buy order for this specific variety of this shiny Nabro will be 141. And so people which are looking to get rid of their pets fast and acquire that Krypton fast, they might go for this order. I've successfully applied this technique, and I would say around 5% of all of your orders will be completed each day if you use this strategy. I've made some pretty good deals. I can actually show you. If I go to my transaction history, I'll clear all the filters. And if I scroll down a bit, you can, let me see, what is this? Auction sold. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Hopefully I can find some. Actually, I'll use some filters here. So I'm looking for colored epics. If I scroll down a bit, I believe we should be able to see some. No. Okay. As you can see, I canceled all of my buy orders because I needed my Krypton. And I really want to find some buy orders here that actually succeeded. Okay, I believe these are buy orders that actually succeeded. So let's take a look. Yeah, your buy order was fulfilled. So as you can see, I put in a bunch of buy orders, around 60 and 40 Krypton for these colored epics, which is a really good deal. Oh, that's one that was sold. Let's take a look at this. Your buy order was fulfilled. This was an amazing deal. This was 6 Krypton for a colored epic. I'm sorry guys, my game crashed there for a moment, but I should be back. Hopefully it won't crash again. But I hope I was able to demonstrate to you the power of these buy orders, where I could acquire like these colored epic pets for, I would say, anywhere around 40 to 60 Krypton in general. I one time had that pet bought for like 6 Krypton, which was an insane deal. But in general, I would say try not to be too greedy. Usually, I would aim for around 50% of the normal sell price of a pet to buy it at that price. That's still a good deal, because if you're too greedy, you put your price too low, you won't have that many people accepting your buy order. So that's what I would recommend. Now, once you have the pet, I would say if it's the first time you acquire the pet, just keep it. It's a good pet, and it will increase your luck percentage in the Geopet Go building. But if you already have duplicates, then you might want to sell it. And so all you have to do is, once again, where we overcut for the buy orders, you undercut for the sell orders. So you just take a look at what's currently selling. For example, the shiny Terraflux here. Let me take a look what it's currently selling for. So 1,199. If I want to sell this shiny Terraflux, all I do is as I undercut it. So I sell it for 1,198. and then my order will be the first one that gets fulfilled when somebody buys it. And you can see that's probably what's happening here as well. Probably somebody put up a shiny Terraflux for 1,200, and then somebody undercut it with 1,199. And so what's really happening is, if I take a look at the buy orders, you can see people are trying to buy this shiny Terraflux for 650 Krypton, and then it's being sold for over 1,199 Krypton. So there's a huge spread in between what somebody is willing to pay for this and what somebody is willing to sell this for. And so if you are playing the game smart, the spread could be yours. And this is also something what's happening when you're actually doing trading, for example in Krypton. Usually there's also a spread in the order book. And so if you're smart with your flips, you could acquire and pocket that spread. I thought it was not that well known in Clash of Streamers, so that's why I show it here. And it's definitely a strategy you might want to make use of. I so far had great strategy, although it requires quite some Krypton because in order to place the buy orders. Because once you place the buy orders, the Krypton is locked up in the buy order. You can't move it or you can't use it. So if you're currently always buying stuff with your Krypton, then the strategy will be harder to do. But I think it's definitely worth it because you can simply snatch up such good deals. So definitely I recommend this. Now, if you're looking for more tips like these for Clash of Streamers, you can join my community. So you go to the community building in the game, you click on the big head on your game, which is in the cloud, and then you will go to the community building. And so here you can change your community. So you click on search, type in the search bar Solaido, you press enter. Here you can see my account here with the panda VIP4. You click on my profile icon and you click on the visit button. Once you've done that, you're actually visiting my community, and here you click on the second purple button from the top with like the silhouette and a plus sign. You click it, and from here you simply click on the join button to join my community. So definitely do that. And once you've done that, you can also gain access to my Discord. So the link for that is down below in the description, and there we share a lot of tips and tricks as to how you can improve your gameplay in Clash of Streamers, get better account progression, and earn more Krypton. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video if you did like the video. That's all I have to say for now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see each other next time. Take care.